I would like to give you an insight on coronary artery disease. Coronary arteries are the arteries that supply blood to the heart. These arteries are called as coronary arteries because they sit on the heart like a crown, and these run over the surface of the heart and then give blood to the heart. As you know, heart is an organ which works from birth to death, and this requires continuous blood supply. And this is very effectively done by the coronary arteries. The coronary arteries can develop blockages in them by a process known as atherosclerosis. Atherosclerosis is a process by which cholesterol and calcium deposition takes place in the arteries anywhere in the body, and when it happens in the arteries of the heart, there is a decreased blood supply to the certain areas of the heart. This can give rise to chest pain or discomfort when a person exerts or even does simple walking. This sort of pain is called as angina. If this is left untreated, the block can increase and completely occlude an artery, and this is when a person develops what we call as myocardial infarction, or in a late term, heart attack. In this, that portion of the heart where the artery is completely occluded does not get any blood supply, and that muscle starts dying unless it is reversed within first few hours after the blockage. The result of a heart attack can be death, but if one does survive a heart attack, his muscle can be severely damaged and the heart function can be completely reduced because of death of certain part of the heart. To prevent this, one has to undergo periodic checks to make sure that there is no occlusion in the coronary arteries, and if there is occlusion, it has to be treated. The best method to know whether there are occlusion in the coronary arteries or not is to routinely get a treadmill test, wherein one stresses the heart and then the ECG is studied to show whether there is any evidence of occlusion of these arteries. More definite than a treadmill test is a gold standard coronary angiogram. Coronary angiogram is a procedure wherein the artery of the heart, that is the coronary arteries, are catheterized and direct injection of the dye is done into these coronary arteries, and the coronary arteries are studied to see if there are any occlusions. If there are any occlusions seen, these may require either angioplasty or a coronary artery bypass surgery. Angioplasty is a procedure wherein a small balloon is introduced through the groin artery, and this is taken up right into the coronary arteries. At the site of occlusion, these balloons are inflated so that the occlusion gets pushed to the side wall, and then to prevent it from falling back, a stent is deployed in that area. This is called as coronary angioplasty with stenting. Sometimes this is not possible, either because the blocks are multiple or the blocks are filled with calcium and are not amenable to angioplasty. In such situations, coronary artery bypass grafting can be done. Coronary artery bypass grafting is a procedure by which the surgeon takes out another artery. It could be an artery from the forearm called as the radial artery, or it could be an artery from behind the breastbone called as the internal mammary artery, or sometimes even a saphenous vein from the leg is taken out and the site of blockage is bypassed. For example, you're seeing the coronary arteries here. Say there is an occlusion in the artery in this area. Then what the surgeon does is he takes out the internal mammary artery, which arises from the left subclavian artery here, turns it over and anastomoses it to this artery beyond the site of occlusion. Thereby, the blood supply which is not going in the regular fashion because of the occlusion will now take a devious route and reach beyond the site of occlusion. Similarly, the blocks can be bypassed either using a free graft of radial artery from the hand, or as I said, using a saphenous vein. Usually, even after surgery or angioplasty, a patient will require to continue on blood thinners for lifelong and also continue statins, that is the tablets which will control the cholesterol lifelong. These two tablets are a must. Patient also should do a change or modify his lifestyle, make sure that there is minimum amount of cholesterol or high fatty foods in his diet, make sure that there is a definite physical activity of 45 minutes at least 5 days in a week, complete cessation of smoking, and very good control of diabetes and hypertension, and reduce mental stress to a certain extent. If these things are done consciously and to its fullest, one can prevent recurrence of the coronary artery disease and have a good long life.